Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new message. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be channeling a message for you guys from Spirit. Let's see, what do you need to hear in this time of your life when this reading finds you? What's happening on your current journey, your current pursuit? I feel like somebody is worrying here. I'm seeing the Nine of Swords and I'm hearing from Spirit, you're finding yourself somewhere in the middle of something, in the middle of a journey, but it feels like you're much closer than you think you are. So the Nine of Swords can show up as maybe you're worrying that you're running out of time, or you feel like something is late, something is being delayed. Maybe you feel like you're being late on something. But what Spirit wants to say to you, you're actually in the middle of something and much closer than you think. What is the message, Spirit, for the person who is watching this right now? Yeah, Four of Cups. Something is way closer than you realize or you think. I'm hearing that you recently went through a period of learning. This is like I'm hearing something about soul advancement. So maybe you feel like you've been through a period of lessons, but I feel like you got to learn a lot. You're coming out of a season of your life much more mature. I'm hearing you've built patience, you've learned how to work with yourself and how to love yourself and manage yourself. Two of Cups. So unity is starting to happen for you. You know, okay, let me just see the rest of the cards. Ten of Swords. And we have the Ten of Cups. Look at the shift that's happening though. It does feel like you're coming out of this era or season of your life from, maybe you feel like you've been tested, you know, maybe you feel like your patience has been tested, your resilience has been tested, your strength. But the good thing is that you're unlocking this new, I want to say, like, it feels like a new season of your life where it feels like a change of cycles, especially the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups coming out right after the other. So this can be maybe for the past 10 months or 10 years of your life, you have been experiencing like a more difficult season, but what's coming in next, the next 10 months or the next 10 years of your life could feel more carefree and more abundant, more blessed. This is, I feel, what you're in the middle of. This is where you're finding yourself. You're in this transitional season, this transitional energy where you transition between these two energies. So you need to know that you're unlocking a very favorable future for yourself, a very favorable period. And a similar message came out in one of my recent videos that I recorded. So I definitely feel like this is like a confirmation. The Two of Cups is signifying to me unity. Okay, something finally uniting within you. There's no longer this, I want to say, separation or distance between the version of you now and the version of you who already has it. And this is that powerful colliding, that powerful union that happens before a powerful manifestation in our life, where the identity becomes one with the person who already has it. And this is something that you're embodying in this time of your life. Now, I'm also seeing the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about seeing growth from seeds that you've already planted in the past. I see that you have been doing a lot of inner work or putting a lot of work to other things in your life. And I'm seeing that no effort is going to go unnoticed. No, whatever you have invested will be returned back to you 10 times more. I'm hearing, don't be fooled by the absence of something in your life. Don't be fooled by the lack of results or lack of validation coming from your world, because things can change at any time. That is why you shouldn't be so concerned with the timing. You know, you had the Nine of Swords and somebody is ready to, I also feel, walk in a different direction when it comes to their life. The Eight of Cups showing up, it's saying that you're finding yourself again in this phase of life where you feel like what you've built so far is no longer aligning with who you're becoming, or you might be feeling called towards evolution and growth. And I feel like this is where two directions separate. This is where the transitional energy is for you right now. You are being asked to be more patient, though. I am seeing like, I'm hearing this message of like, be patient, because something is already happening or something is already arriving in your life. Don't feel like you're running out of time. Like, I really feel like I have to emphasize this. Somebody might be experiencing that feeling of like, you feel like you're running out of time or something is being delayed, but Spirit is saying like, no, like it's happening exactly the way it's supposed to happen. And this, you know, it's something where you have to trust, because it will only, you know, make sense at the end. What else is the message for you? What do you need to hear? 111, I am creative. Angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. You see, you're so supported when it comes to creating your desired reality. And something that you're going to realize is that every single test maybe you feel like you've been through, or every situation in your life where you felt tested, or you felt like your strength, your resilience, your commitment to something is being tested, you will realize that soon after that, there came a moment of realization. So maybe it is in those periods where you truly feel like your patience is being tested, that can be one of your biggest signs that maybe something is about to happen, perhaps, as well, you know? Know that your journey is being supported. You're not alone in this. You're not lost. You're not asleep. I do feel like, you know, sometimes I feel like we live in a world where a lot of people are asleep. A lot of people are not awake to their power to create life, and they fall a victim to their circumstances. But I don't feel like you're one of those people. I feel like you're somebody who, in fact, like, maybe will run 10 laps around the field and feel like you're not doing enough. I feel like you're somebody who goes more out of their way and does more than what you're even required to do. And maybe this is where you feel frustrated, because you do more than what you're supposed to, but maybe that's also teaching you that some things can't be rushed, no matter the effort you put in. Or, and again, I'm not saying that your effort is going to waste, but I'm just saying that sometimes more effort doesn't result into more action or more results in our life. It kind of goes to show that maybe it's about your soul's timing, right? And when your soul is truly ready to embody a state, the Two of Cups. Once your soul is not resisting the change anymore. I am kind-hearted. You're both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave the world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. Something else that I feel here is there is some kind of timing with the collective of the world. I feel like you've had to be adaptive when it comes to the timing of things. And maybe in your life's journey or this pursuit that you're currently on, I'm seeing here I'm adaptive with 5. So flexibility, right? I feel like you've had to be flexible on this journey. The end goal never changed, but it's maybe the way that you got there, or the timing of things. I feel like you've had to be flexible. Perhaps it has to do with the collective alignment of things, right? So it does seem like you're connected to some kind of collective, and what you're doing here is meant to serve the highest good for the collective, for the masses of people that you will be drawn towards. And there needs to be some form of alignment here, right? There needs to be some kind of either cultural alignment, or maybe just alignment in the world and the energy of the world. And this is maybe where you had to be flexible and adaptive with the timing. I feel like by this time you maybe thought you're going to be much more far ahead or something like that. But I'm hearing that you're coming in your divine timing. Like, that is the simple message I feel that I can deliver to you, is that you're coming in your divine timing, right? Not somebody else's, but yours. And maybe it felt very frustrating with this Five of Swords, watching other people go far ahead or maybe surpass you in some ways. But I also feel like you're one who doesn't give up on yourself. You're one who doesn't betray yourself, and you still stick to the same vision that you have. Okay, movement. So movement is about to come. Yeah, I definitely feel like Spirit is wanting to confirm that you're in this middle phase, but movement is coming in for sure. So you're ready to move. There is also a lot of energy of freedom. Perhaps this freedom is coming in because you're finally starting to move. I'm hearing that you have been in this long phase of either feeling very isolated or misunderstood. And there's something about your environment that feels very small. Because the Five of Swords, also a lot of times I see it as the energy of trying to, help people realize, right? It's like trying to help wake up other people, or maybe people who mean a lot to us in our life, but maybe they don't see it, and it feels a bit frustrating. It kind of feels like you're talking to a wall, Maybe you have been experiencing this energy of like you feel sometimes like you're talking to a wall, or people just can't seem to get on the same page as you. But I feel like this is where you turn towards yourself to create the external reality you do dream of having. Okay, determination and certainty. So, okay. Spirit is saying what you need more of is determination and certainty. So not more effort, not more hours, not upgrading something, but it feels like you just need to be more certain and more determined in what you're doing. Because again, you are in the middle phase. You are finding yourself in the midst of a transition. So at this point, what's required of you is just more determination and more certainty, even when the journey feels unknown. The walker, you have to keep walking despite something maybe feeling unknown. You have to keep creating. You have to be productive. So you're being actually also called to keep moving, I feel like that's a message that needs to come through for you. It's you're being called to keep moving, regardless of how you feel, regardless of maybe whether you feel lost or whether you feel like you need to pause. I feel like Spirit is saying you have to keep moving in this time. Because again, there is that message, like it feels like you're much closer to something than you think. And you might be like, okay, I need to pause. Like this is not going anywhere. I need to like reflect and but Spirit is saying, no, like you're actually doing the right thing. You just need to keep going. You just need to be more determined. I don't feel like there needs to be this energy of like reevaluating or pausing or waiting. You've already started something. You need to finish it. What is your final message from your guides and your angels for today? Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. So this is actually about, I feel like these are the final hours where you do have to, interesting, we have 654, which is about taking steps back. And the only thing I would say you can take a step back in is simplifying your life. This is maybe where you do need to take a step back. To take a step back and just realize, okay, is this adding on to me or taking from me? Is this productive or not for my life? because you're being called to really hone in on these last few hours to really focus on the things that matter and move in that direction. So it's not about, you know, I feel like taking a long pause to reflect, but it's more about taking a step back to realize what are the things in alignment with my end goal. And I need to hone in on these things. I need to give my focus, my attention on these things. And the more I do them, the more clarity I get, the more effective they become. I feel like that was your final message for today. So I hope that this resonated with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.